Part 2 of setting up Solidworks, importing template and sheet formats. I'm going to open a file explorer just to show you. In fact, let me just unpin this. I'm going to unpin from quick access. So if you don't know already, quick access is a great way of finding places that you use a lot and having them accessible to you. So if you right click in quick access and you go to options, I'm just showing you this in the beginning, you'll see that these two boxes here are ticked, so the show recently used files and show frequently used folders. Those tend to add a whole lot of folders in here, one after the other, and you get repeats. I tick these off, then I don't get an extraordinarily long list. I only get the ones I want, and I say apply and OK. All right. And then I'm going to go back to the beginning and just show you if I navigate to a folder that I want to include, like this. So I'm going to my templates and settings folder. Once I'm in that folder, just scroll to the top and right click on quick access and say pin current folder to quick access. It'll drop that folder in at the bottom. You can then drag this folder up to where you want it to be. So template and settings, so that now it's in alphabetic order. There we go, just drag that one down. Oh god, that's now I'm doing the wrong thing. Let's just drag that down to there. Right, you've got to make sure it doesn't copy it. Okay, so I've got mine in order. And while we're here, let's just copy that address, Control C. Okay, so before we open, I just want to show you what you need to set up here. You can do this while you open a file as well, so it doesn't really matter. But while we're here, let's go File Explorer. No, sorry, File Locations. And you need to now establish another file location for sheet format. So find the sheet formats block, and you'll see there that the standard one is in place, and I'm not going to delete it, although you should. Actually, let's delete it. I'm going to delete it, and then I'm going to add, and then I'm going to click in the dialog box, and I'm going to say Control V, overwrite that one. Let's just make sure this is available, sorry, just so that you can see what's going on. Select folder. I keep forgetting that only the 2/3 of my screen is available to see. So once you've got that, say OK. And I'm going to get an elevation request. So this screen's going to go black twice now, or a few times. Yes and yes. Right, once that's done, go to File. And now we're going to open a file, not go to New. We're going to open. And it should, if it doesn't go to your templates and settings or your templates folder, just make it go there. And then select this first, this A3 sheet format. Okay, so let's just scroll up so you can see what's going on here. You can see that it's loaded the A3 sheet format. So just to try and explain the difference between a sheet format and a template. A sheet format, if I right click on here, you'll be familiar with this. It says edit sheet format. The sheet format is just the set of lines and the text within this block, right? So you can add text, you can do all sorts of things like that. That's all the sheet format is. It's obviously linked, if you've set it up correctly, to a sheet size, but that's the sheet format. So I'm going to edit the sheet so that we're out of the sheet format environment. And then the settings, or the template, contains all of this information. So your file locations, your default templates. By the way, you can go and look at the default templates. You can see if your default templates are the same as the ones that you want, which in this case they are. And obviously your drawing standards. So I'm going to load my usual drawing standards. So I'm going to go Control V, go to this new location. There's that ISO UJ 2023 one. I'm going to say, let's just get this up here, just so that you can see I'm clicking OK. Right, and now we're actually ready to save it as a sheet format. So file, we can say save sheet format, and then we can make sure that you're in the right folder and just overwrite the existing one. So we say yes, that's great. Now we're going to do the other two. I'm only going to do one more, and then you can do the last one on your own. But go to options, go to document properties, and then drawing sheets, and tick this box under sheet format for new sheets and say use different sheet format. You'll now need to browse and go to, we're going to set up the one for A2, so let's select A2 and say OK. You'll see nothing has changed. To make a change, you need to go to the sheet on the left-hand side and right-click and go to Properties. And if you've done this correctly, your sheets should be loaded here. So now select the A2 sheet and say Apply Changes. Say yes to this dialog box, and you'll see that the A2 sheet has loaded. Right, so the next thing we have to do is just to check, as always, that the drafting standard is the one we want. Yes, it is. And you're actually good to go to now save it as a sheet format. So save sheet format, overwrite A2. You just got to remember which one you're in. Yes. Okay, well, we may as well do the third one while we're at it. So I'm going to do one more. Let's go to Document Properties. You'll see under Detailing, under Drawing Sheets, that A2 one is loaded. I'm going to browse, go to A1 this time, say OK, go to the sheet on the left-hand side, right-click, Properties, load the A1 sheet, say Apply Changes. Check to see that your drawing standards are loaded. They are. Say OK. And then lastly, just say Save Sheet Format and overwrite the one you've got. Done. See you in the next video.